Welcome, everyone, to episode 19 of the Mid-Geek Crisis. My name is Joe.
Is it 19, not 20?
It's 19.
I was so excited for 20 in my head. All right, 19.
We'll make sure to do something nice for 20.
It's Pedro Cautious. I already lost count. We've recorded 20 episodes, though, right?
We have recorded, but remember, 0 was our test run to see if we still wanted to keep doing this in the following week.
I'm excited for the next episode 20, then. That's great.
All right, so we're going to jump right into breaking news. Woo! Breaking news. Breaking news. Today, the world has cracked. The timeline has proven to be the worst, and we have seen the true face of horror and evil. And that is, we have gotten confirmed face leak, I guess, pictures, media, press kit, all of that of Sonic the Hedgehog live action.
Beautiful. It's seriously the worst timeline. I thought we stopped it. I thought, the fight against it a couple months ago. I thought it had been roasted enough that they were like, you know what, let's just put this away and not do it. But it's here. It's back. I, for one, am not disappointed. I am excited for this reveal.
So, from other things that I've read from rumors and whatnot, it looks like that this is the redesign.
Oh, this is the redesign.
This is the redesign. It looks like they went back and they removed a bit of muscle tone.
Okay.
Other things I guess the lightest way of fixing it without overly fixing it, because they had already filmed too much of it, so all they had to do is maybe go back and re-render certain things a bit so that it doesn't look as
lower the fur polygons. Is that?
I don't know what they did. All we know is he. Look, we're gonna be as blunt as we can. It from certain angles, it's not bad.
No, it doesn't look bad. I mean, if this was a new age Sonic video game that they were putting out, I'd be like, oh, all right. This graphics are a little intense, but okay, let's do this.
Yeah.
I want to see him move, though, right?
Right. So that's where everything just is gonna break. All of his movement. So if you look at these stills that are out there, I mean, they're on every news site right now, so you can't not see them. The big picture, the big media picture, the main one is kind of a side profile.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of what you're used to, and he's got this big, bright green eyes, and it looks like
Sonic really fast. He's got the hair going back. It's good stuff.
Yeah, so here, let's talk about some of the things we see here. One, if you're not familiar with the Sonic timelines of Sonic the Hedgehog, there are two versions of Sonic: Classic and then Sonic Adventure.
Okay,
and
this is clearly Classic Sonic.
No.
This is Sonic Adventure Sonic?
Yeah, so Sonic Classic has the blue body, blue round. So if you wanted to draw a circle, you got blue circle with the patch in the center, and then the flesh-colored arms.
Oh, yeah, that's Classic.
That's Classic, little fat, tubby, kind of round Genesis version of Sonic.
16-bit Sonic, gotcha.
16-bit Sonic. Once we went to Dreamcast and onward, he got edgy. He got Sonic Adventure. He got more attitude. And you can tell from one of the...
Did he become Mischievous?
He became mischievous, but not malicious.
We're playing Sonic Bingo, so that's what we're doing here.
Right. So, okay. So the one image you see here is this side profile of him running, right? And he's behind a ring. But then once you back out and see the full image, there's some things. We're going to talk about this. One, he's gloves. He's not wearing gloves. He's got white fur hands. That was a choice, for sure.
He's got furry hands.
He's got furry hands. So, he's a furry animal, right? So, okay. So, Sonic,
I mean, every hedgehog I've ever seen has furry hands, right?
Right.
Wait.
Sonic the Hedgehog, the video game character, has two articles of clothing: his gloves and his shoes. So we have now removed the gloves. So that is not clothing whatsoever. So the choice to wear gloves has been removed. Those are his actual hands.
I think it makes him more mischievous.
I think it makes him irreverent.
It's irreverent. He's really irreverent and maybe a little sarcastic.
Maybe a little sarcastic. Oh God. What is going on? So now let's zoom out even more and look at this picture. And he's running. And when you look at the run animation drawing, it looks absolutely weird. Can you see that hip? Like, what's going on in the hip section there? We're going to go back to the talk of.
This is puddles. This is puddles. You are fighting over something that does not matter.
Oh man, it totally matters, dude. You gotta
wait for the animation. This is like computer animation will cover up all these ills, right? Look at the animation we've seen in Battle Angel. No one believed that they could pull it off, and I think they pulled it off, right? And they pulled it off well. They made some money. They pulled off some animation, superior animation. And it looked terrible in the stills. You were like, what? Why are they doing this? James Cameron, have you lost your mind? Robert Rodriguez is attached to this? That's insane. But then you see the movie and you're like, wait, this actually works. This is actually pretty darn good. Right? So I'm a harsh critic.
Yeah, you are.
I pay $20 to hate a movie. I don't pay $20 to enjoy it. And I walked out of there, we're like, oh, this is actually pretty good. So here we are with Sonic. And I'm trying to be positive, man, because I want to laugh. I want to cry when this movie comes on the screen. So still, you're right. His body proportions look off, but he's already a weird-looking dude. He's got a huge head. He's got like long, athletic legs, but he's kind of still a hedgehog. There's
he's like lanky but short, like just weird. I don't know, man. And then, so again, we're going to talk about the clothes choices here. So I want to know in this story, are they going to explain that? Are these shoes from his world, or are these shoes from our world that he put them on? I feel like he was naked the entire time and didn't.
Why can't this be like Pokemon? Like, why can't he just be part of our world and no one really comments on it? Like, what is the plot of this film? Do we even know? Like, there's just a Sonic there. It's like Stuart the Mouse thing, where like no one's like weirded out that there's a talking.
Remember, Jim Carrey plays Dr. Robotnik.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be the best.
See, you can be positive all you want, and then I got to bring you back to reality that Jim Carrey, Mr. Elastiface, is going to be Dr. Robotnik or Dr. Eggman or whichever one they're going to choose to call him. Either way,
like he's gone to like crotch. He's gone past crotchety old man to like pure crazy. Like he is. Everything he says is just insane. He just doesn't care anymore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's got his millions. He at one point in time he was a $20 million actor, right? Like. He was getting paid $20 million per flick for a while. So
he's got money. Probably royalties. He's killing in royalties.
Yeah, and then he moved back to Canada. Like,
so he doesn't even pay for healthcare. This son of a bitch.
Yeah, no. What? No, absolutely not. He lives back in Canada where it matters. He gets free healthcare there. He's got his Canadian SAG card.
Goddamn Canada. So here we are, Sonic, confident and competitive.
Please go look at these images. I posted a few on our Facebook page.
But is he chill and likable, Joe? Do you think he's chill?
We can only hope. We can only hope he is chill and likable. I'm wondering if he's a confident and. What is it? Competitive?
I don't think he's going to be competitive.
No, absolutely not.
When is this supposed to even come out?
November.
All right. So that's kind of a dead season, right? November
8th.
No, there's not many movies coming out on November 8th. That's like a dump zone.
The holidays. It's an Oscar. It's an Oscar.
That's the week after Halloween, though. That's not holidays. Right? I mean, holiday season starts like around week before Thanksgiving and then goes through Christmas. That's when
it depends, right? So they dropped the Grinch this year, the Benedict Cumberbatch animated one early November, so that he can get the longest run during the holidays.
All right. So you think it's good? All right. How was that? Did you see it? I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's all right. Not bad at all.
I don't think I've seen a live action.
I mean, what is it like? This is the third Grinch iteration, right? So we got the original Chuck Jones, the Jim Carrey,
like the Spider-Man of the Doctor.
He is the Spider-Man. Yeah. Well played. That's exactly right. That's good reach there.
So that's a throwback because I'm always making fun of. No, it's fine. Pay attention, folks. Pay attention.
All right. Yeah. So again, he exists. It wasn't a bad dream. It happened. He is live action. He will be.
Here's my disappointment.
He will be with Chris Pratt
No. There's no Chris Pratt. That was like a mock-up movie poster, and we all got fooled. I looked it up. Chris Pratt is not attached to this film.
What?
He's not. That was like when they were pitching the film as an idea, and they're like, "Wouldn't it be great if it got Chris Pratt?" And they had like a list.
Wait, really?
Seriously, they had like a list of actors, and of course there was like 7 Chris's on there, right? Chris Pine, Chris Pratt, all the Chris's were on there, and then a bunch of other ones. It's fake. It's fake. He's not associated with the film because it's Ralph. John Ralphio, I don't even remember his real name, is the Sonic character, right? He's the voice of, but there's no like Chris Pratt. As far as last time I checked, I looked it up online. I was like, you know what? It's weird that he hasn't said anything about it when they made fun of it so much, because it seems like that's something Chris Pratt would reply to. But yeah, it was a mock-up movie poster that was entirely believable, right? Totally spot on believable. We all bought it. But it turned out that this is just like pre-pitch material, not actual.
No way.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
So
all right.
That image of Sonic resting on the car and Chris resting on the car forever burned into our brains.
Well, you could definitely see the different look. If you look at that image, Sonic is definitely different. He's furrier there. He's fluffier.
Well, I think they started with the real furry. They really started with the suit.
Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. I think that version was the version that we got in the teaser, and then they pulled back the fur.
He's going to shake the water off. Like he's going to run through water real fast.
Dude, of course. Like, show the fur, and it's like, look at the glistening fur. Our CG is so amazing. Yeah. Oh, dude!
Like slow motion droplets of water flying off.
Yeah, we're gonna get all of the speed, all of the cliche speed effects. We're gonna get the same. We're gonna get that. What is it? Quicksilver? What's his name? Yeah, Quicksilver on from Marvel, from X-Men. We're gonna get that.
Is that when you think of speed scene? You think of that one? Is that your favorite speed scene?
So there's multiple ones, right? Like at Justice League, of course, the scene with the Flash. Coming at Superman, and then he's fighting the rest of Justice League, and then the only one that moves fast enough is Superman. He turns to look at him like,
that's right.
That's a good one. The Quicksilver, I mean, the scene where the house blowing up and one of the X-Men movies, I can't even remember. And
he's like moving things and pulling everyone out.
Pulling everyone out. I mean, logistic.
You know what scene I really liked? And this is like kind of similar, but every time I think of a fast movie scene, when Dash discovers he can run on water, and he looks around, he laughs.
He's running. He's like, oh.
he like looks at each other, and he's like, laugh.
And he does that like almost like scare laugh, where it's like, oh my god, I could do it.
I can do it. Yeah. That's one of my favorite running scenes. That's what I always think of when I think of fast running. So maybe Sonic will do that too. Maybe.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, but okay. So look, let's guess.
Wait. My real disappointment. I don't see any orange in that. I don't see any tails. I feel like
he's gonna be the guy. I'm calling it right now. Look, I'm calling it right now. This is the plot of the movie. We're gonna play bingo here. We're gonna like guess, and when it comes out, we're gonna. This is my prediction. He's from a different world. Somehow or another, Dr. Robotnik or whatever, Eggman, whatever, opens up a portal to this world because he's looking for the magical. The chaos.
The He-Man and the Masters Universe plot
comes over to this world, whatever, and then so Sonic is like interacting with humanity and whatnot. It's like, whoa, this is weird, chili dogs, whatever, and he's gonna run around and you guys
are so slow.
He's not fast enough though. He's gonna be fast, but he wants to get faster, and so like. That final scene or whatever is going to be like him breaking his top speed, and that's the moment he's going to do like that, like so fast he's moving and he can't like everything is like slowing down time and whatnot because he's the fastest thing alive. And then I predict the way he gets back is he opens up the portal and you're going to see like Tails on the other side of the portal. Sonic, we've been waiting for you, and he like pulls him back. That's it. That's it. I just called it.
I can't wait. It's gonna be.
Don't you want to see that movie now?
I'll watch the whole movie just for that scene, just for the tails, just for the.
But he's gonna be floating in the air with his tails.
He better be.
or at the end, Sonic is falling and Tails just comes in and grabs him. That could be cool. Sonic.
What if they did like instead like a Super Mario Brothers riff where they pulled him into the Sonic the Hedgehog, like a human into the Sonic the Hedgehog world, right? That's what happened. Is that
Sonic 2?
Wait, you think they're already playing?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So
this movie's gonna break all records.
You think? I feel like
this is going up against Star Wars.
this movie already has my $20 of hate bucks. Like I've already got $20 budgeted for this film. I'm just gonna be like, oh, are you guys watching this? This is terrible. This is really bad. I'd get up and leave if I wasn't enjoying. Looks like
Mommy, why does Sonic look that way? Mommy, no, you know what? It doesn't matter. You know what? What's interesting is my kids, my oldest, he loves Sonic so much that it doesn't matter what this.
Kids don't have standards.
Like, he doesn't care. He's gonna be in there like, yeah, quoting the movie, and I'm like, no.
That's not classic Sonic. What the fuck is this?
You know, actually, my kiddo lately...
He's not wearing gloves. What the hell?
My kiddo has lately learned about the difference between, like, modern and classic.
Oh, no.
Because he knows that half of the cartoons and stuff he watches are, like, remakes of stuff that Daddy used to watch when he was a kid. So he'll be like, Daddy, is this classic Ninja Turtles? Is this classic Spider-Man?
And you're like, well, I've been training my whole life for this.
Yeah. I'm like, well, actually, no, totally. I give him enough education, but one of the nice things is I don't tell him that anything that he likes sucks. So like, if he likes a Ninja Turtle cartoon that I might not like, I'm like, cool, that's your Ninja Turtle. That's
good for you. See, I try to be cool, except for like shows that do in fact suck. Like, no offense to Mattel, Hasbro, whoever owns it, but the Barbie cartoons, terrible.
Oh, but are they? Haven't they made like 50 of those? Like they've never made one that like continues. They
like have an algorithm that they just churn out. Like Barbie gets a horse, Barbie gets a job, Barbie has it's just crap. It's just Barbie decides she wants to cook. It's just turn after turn after turn.
What's funny about that is
so I'm like, don't watch that. That sucks. Watch Ninjago. I watch Ninjago. Which whatever you want.
Yeah. Have you seen the Barbie YouTube channel?
That's good, but that's like directed towards. I feel like somehow. Do you remember that like cartoons? I mean, they would like knowing is half the battle. They had to be like at least like a semblance of education, or they could only get at a certain time, right?
Right.
Now, since you don't have to do that shit because you can have it on YouTube or Netflix or anywhere you want to do. Now, I think some of these shows like are real dreck. Like they're really like they're really like kiddos, just buy our Barbie. Like literally, she's on like buy this stuff. Isn't this cool? Like I'm like what's going on here? This is terrible. What is this? Shopkins is an example of this, where it's just like straight. How can I ever do this if I don't have the right shopping cart? And it's totally like go buy your Shopkins to get her the right shopping cart. It's not like I don't know. It's terrible. It's terrible. So I try to direct her away from Barbies, and I just say I'm not very good at it. I'll just say, oh no, she's like, can I watch Barbie? I'm like, no, kiddo, like that show sucks. Watch Carmen Sandiego or She-Ra if you like. Don't watch Barbie. Barbie's terrible. I know you have.
I don't want to tell them not to.
I don't want to do that either. But there are some things.
But there is a limit of like suck, and when you can tell that they're just churning this crap out. It's not a series. It's not a TV show. It's like a one-off movie that they'll release just to advertise whatever new product.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I try to like since our kid has such limited TV time, I wanted to at least like.
Yeah, that's an empty calorie TV. Like
I know.
Right.
All TV is empty calories, but at least like
you get some sort of valid fun out of it. I know. I get what you're saying. Like it's well manicured. It's like a good hamburger versus like I don't know, like a microwavable like White Castle. Like
don't you White Castles?
They're good. I'm just saying microwavable White Castle.
Oh. They actually improve with
that's a conversation.
They improve the stomach bubbles is what they do. That's what a microwave White Castle does. That's around the 8th one though, because I could do like 12 or 13 in my.
Oh God. Oh.
I think the upper limit we've done is like 30, maybe 31.
Like at a White Castle or microwavable ones?
Like at a White Castle. Like we walked in there and each of us ordered like 30 something of them. I mean, like I had a friend that had the freezer ones you could buy. I guess you could buy them at some point.
Yeah, you could buy them at the store. That's what I'm saying, the microwavable ones.
But I only ever saw him eat it on dares. Like it really was like, dude, do you eat those? Yeah. And he's like, no, you don't. He's like, yeah, I do. And he go put it in there, microwave. That's really
no. I've never had the opportunity to like kill a White Castle, like really go in there.
It's really great. They love it. I know they don't. They hate it, but they're always like these dumb college.
We've done it. Like we've driven up and down, and we stop at a road stop, and we'll get White Castle. And I'm like, these are delicious. I would eat these if I was like high as a kite. You know.
To the FBI and NSA, they may or may not be listening to this broadcast. We have never been high as a kite. We're good parents. We just randomly walked into White Castle, kind of like looking for a food challenge. That's what it was.
At 2:00 in the morning.
2:00 in the morning.
The fact that they made a whole like movie series based off
three.
That's right, three. There's three. I forgot about the third one. Oh God.
All just as stupid as the one before, but it totally is. The quest for White Castle is really where it's at.
Oh, so good movies. All right, so let's move on to this because we gotta have to kind of slog through here, but definitely. Sonic is definitely one of those things that we're going to come back to and talk quite a bit at.
Yeah, so we led with the Sonic, but like there has been some shakeups in the standard. I guess we talk about this every week or every other week, right? So Fortnite, Apex Legends, those are the two sort of colossus.
Absolutely.
Of the battle royale world, and
Anthem is like, I'm still here, guys.
Well, Anthem's not battle royale. Not battle royale. Anthem, I mean. I want to talk about Anthem because a lot of the complaints I see are exactly in line with what my complaints were, is that multiplayer is great in concept, but once you like are forced to play with people, it turns out people suck.
Right.
And are just terrible and just... We've
had this conversation before. Like, unless you're playing with your squad and your friends...
It's just frustrating. I mean, it's just frustrating for me. And in case people are like, oh, God, Pedro's going off on this again. Let me put it very simply. I am a father with a full-time job and a loving husband. At least I'd like to think to myself of these things. I have maybe an hour and a half tops every 2 days, not even every day, to play a video game. And if I log in and I have to spend 20 minutes finding a group, 40 minutes figuring out why my group sucks, then 20 minutes finding another group before I get one mission done, that game is not going to be good for me. Like, it's just not going to work out. I just can't. Save the World is the same way. I find it takes like 10 minutes to log in. I figure out my character. I choose a mission. And
Save the World, also, you got to go through like all the loot boxes you got, the daily challenge. You got to like, what'd you get? Trash. Move all the. Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah. And so the big
problem is the game.
You're wasting my time, and I don't have a lot of time to play games. So I'm just going to turn it off, and I'm going to go and play. I mean, I've been playing State of Decay with my brother, right? And the only time I play it is when I'm with my brother. I don't even play with randos. Well, I should try it because you do steal stuff from other players, so that might be interesting. Anyway, so that's my. I mean, like if developers, and I don't know how you could do it, wranglers. I don't know. I mean, we kind of went off topic. If they could figure out some way. I think often what happens, and this is sort of a game design flaw, I think, is that often what happens is that they set up systems to punish bad players, right? So you could report an AFK player, or they automatically get logged out. If I shoot my buddy in the back, I'm kicked out of their party and down to the lobby, right? There's like ways that they punish bad behaviors. I think they don't do enough on the rewarding the behaviors they want to see, right? So they don't provide rewards to players who play really well in a party. You know, they don't provide, like if I was playing with someone and he told me how to play, I might give him a super thumbs up. Maybe he gets an extra.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know, like there's no.
It's like okay. The best way to. That's a weird description, but Reddit. Reddit is a pool of toxic nonsense. It's not as bad as like the 4chan.
No. But it's got its bad spots.
It's got its bad spots, but they do have a system to reward good people or people that post things. Like they give you can give Reddit gold.
Right, so you have the thumbs up, which is
thumbs up, and then you could give gold to someone. Which
I think you can even give silver. So there's like different levels,
which allows you to like, and that pushes that post up, and people go, "Hey, man, this is like good content. This is what Reddit's all about. Like, this is what."
And they get it by their name, so there's like a reward, right in front of everyone to see. You know, Cautious Clay at Reddit has 2 gold, has 5 gold. His post here had 3 gold. Like that's, I don't know how to take that, and that's definitely a way they reward good behavior because they also have all the ban bots and all the scrubbers and everywhere they get rid of the bad people. Right. A combination of the two somehow. Like I'd like to see, and I'm gonna loop back to Fortnite and Apex Legends, even though I don't play Apex Legends, right? I wonder if with the competition between the two of them for players that's happening right now, right? Where Apex Legends hit 50 million, but then Fortnite dropped Season 8, and I might be stepping on your toes, but they've also added things that are like Apex Legends. So there's good competition is good when it comes to video games.
Some people like to say they rip off, when in reality, let's be perfectly honest here, guys. Fortnite wasn't even a battle royale game until PUBG was big, and so Fortnite kind of went back and added this game mode that PUBG was. So,
and they didn't think it. I mean, it was free. There wasn't much to it, and poof,
they didn't think anything of it. Like, you could tell at the very beginning, if you played battle royale when it first came out, like I did, it was like broken and like
bare bones,
and you went in there and it was silly. But the real meat and potatoes of the game was to save the world for a few months, and then it blew up, and then it got better, and then they realized, oh my God, we're getting. Here's 20 million players all logged in playing the game mode that we didn't expect people to play. Holy crap!
And they're buying skins.
Yeah. So that's what happened, and so Fortnite is up there now, and it has.
And then they had like Fantasy Realms, Call of Duty put a battle royale, so there was like slight competition, but the same.
Right. Well, we talked about Call of Duty when it came out, when the week it came out, and now where is it?
Yeah, it can't compete because it's an old model. They're fighting yesterday's war to make fun of them, right? But they've been fighting yesterday's war for every year. But I think people bought it because there was nothing else to play from a multiplayer deathmatch perspective, all right? Nothing new.
Right.
And I think Apex Legends, I'm not the biggest fan, right? Because it's all PvP and it's not something I enjoy doing, again, because a lot of times the team, I don't want to play with them.
Our friend from Haunted Mountain, Zero, he's a big he liked Destiny. He played Destiny 2 for a very long time.
Oh, nice.
But one of the things is he hates playing PvP.
You have to kind of sometimes in Destiny 2, right? You have to
because there are certain guns and weapons and whatever you kind of have to. But he hated it. And like, for example, a good example is he likes Overwatch a lot, but one of his beefs is he doesn't like playing PvP. He's constantly commenting on that. So there are people out there, and we are small and few, but I say we because sometimes I hate playing PvP. Like, I come in there and I just want to enjoy the game, and when you come in there like, hey guys, back down, nothing makes you.
Hey folks, I'm here
to join this game. How do I learn? Shut up, noob. Dead. Like, again, there is no
teabag out.
Yeah, teabag out. Right. Again, that's exactly it. So a good example is you don't like PvP. That's totally understandable. Which is why Fortnite still can hold some of us, because Fortnite still has two game modes. While one is as unpopular or not as played,
not as popular,
it is another game mode that developers are kind of still giving some sort of love to.
I just hope that with the power that the two of these companies have, I think Apex Legends is just going to keep growing, right? I mean, they might slow down.
Right now, they are absolutely.
They're just going to keep growing. I hope that they figure out some way to reward good sportsmanship. Just some way to get players to, even if they're faking it, right? I don't care. I don't care if they're nice to me because they want the extra card or the skin. I don't give a crap.
Yeah, it's all fake. Everything we do online is fake. It's not a real player. But if you're going to
God forbid they fake niceness, right?
Right. God forbid, right? That's exactly right. So that's an interesting concept there, because they're going on there, they fake being good to get something. But then if 50, 100, 200 people at a specific time frame are being good, that's already more than normal. Like,
oh no, we've got all these people faking being good. That's still good, guys. Like, they're still playing together. There's a team.
They might be a-holes outside of the game, but if they're gonna fake it while they're on here just to get that sweet gun or skin or whatever, then so be it.
That's fine. I'll give them a thumbs up because they didn't call me any names. They didn't teabag me. They worked on the objective. That's fine. I'll give them thumb. Great, let's do it.
Whatever it takes. I agree. Maybe there's a way. V-Bucks seems to be kind of a thing. Maybe you can like gift, not an amount, because that could be that could turn into something. But maybe not add a new currency, but like maybe give, if you're good, maybe it adds a multiplier. Like,
so, what? I wouldn't even mind it, right? Like, you could play Save the World, right? Everybody should know this, right? You could play daily missions. You can make some V-Bucks, making like $1, right? You play the 3 daily missions every day or whatever. You make $1. I'd give that away to a good player on like a Saturday. I'd be like, hey, you did great. Here's 10 V-Bucks.
Yeah,
And
like
it's my
the maximum amount of tipping per day, but
yeah.
that way, because you then have to put in the who's going to hack a game and then give themselves all their V-Bucks to another account. You know, there's got to be like a maximum amount of limit that you can give a day.
But it's just like it's just a commodity, right? So like even if I
But it
give
is still currency.
V-Bucks, it's still currency. But people would hack if people can hack it to give themselves V-Bucks. Why would they go through the Why would they go through the like system? I guess they can use a throwaway account to give away the V-Bucks.
Right. Or they can hack some. Let's say me or someone that's got really good disposable income and really likes playing the game, and they have like they throw $50 worth of V-Bucks on their account every 3 days or whatever, just because they like to spend. Trust me, I've talked to these people.
Sure. No, I get it.
So they dump up a ton of money. So they've got a big bank of V-Bucks because they don't have to worry about the new skin and not having the V-Bucks. They're like, new skin came out, buy, done. And so if they've got a big bank, someone hacks that person's account, they go in there and they gift they gift another player that they might know or whatever a bunch of V-Bucks. I think that's a slippery slope because you're essentially giving money. You're stealing money from someone because they bought.
That's straight theft, right?
So how do we fix that? Is we limit it. So maybe not give away V-Bucks, but maybe a percentage. Like say this person did this many good things in the game or whatever. They now get like a gold star. That gold star for the next like 3 days or whatever gives them that where anything they buy on the eShop or the skin,
like a discount,
like a 20% off. So like a skin that's like
0.2% off, so that you collect a bunch of stars, right?
Yeah, right.
Like that,
yeah. I mean, I don't see why not. I don't know. I just wish sometimes when I play with a great player, the best I could do is be like, GG, you're awesome, and maybe try to like. I don't really have many recourses to reward someone for being a good player, right?
And I don't have any incentive to help bad players right now.
In a version of the game like Battle Royale, where nothing transfers over from the next game to the next game, like you've played Save the World and you've met some people on there, and they've been like, "Here you go, dude," and they like craft the weapon,
guns on me,
guns and stuff, and like that's cool because they've given you something. And you've been like,
"Oh man, how to properly build a base," or they're like, "Oh, try this build instead of that build." Like,
put this trap under this trap or whatever, and that helps.
Combo, yeah, totally. Yeah. But I'd like to be. I mean, I could friend them, right? But that's always awkward for. Let's be honest here. It's awkward for a 40-year-old man to friend a good playing 12-year-old. I'm sorry, everybody, and I find it weird when I play with a 12-year-old. I help them out because I'm a nice guy, and then they send me a friend request.
You're right.
I'm like, I don't want you getting into my van, kid. Like, you really, like, I want to send him a message by being like, dude, I'm 40. Don't send me friend requests, right? Like, I don't want. I want to teach an internet safety course where I'm like, don't send friend requests to people like me. You don't know me, kid.
So here's a funny little. Just a not off topic story about that. I follow many people, and I follow this specific young lady who obviously posts pictures that are more adult themed. And I
think I know who you're talking about.
Anywho, in her comment section, someone posted on there, "Follow me, please," and she commented back and goes, "Oh, no. Let me talk to your mother." You click on the person's page, it's like a 10-year-old boy. And I'm like, oh, dude, how do you know who this person is?
Bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it plays out.
Yeah, bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it plays out. But so he totally got a response out of her, but she was like, "Oh, no. Let me talk to your mother." It was glorious. I was like, "Oh my God, that's so funny." So funny. So yeah, it's perfect.
She clicked the name to be like, should I follow him? Oh
no, you shouldn't even be on here.
If you're following me, you're breaking the terms and agreement of Instagram by being a 10-year-old on here. So yeah, so I mean, again, like I feel like there should be some sort of way on social video gaming to be like, I'm an adult. Like, please don't. You can follow me, but please don't friend me as a 12-year-old.
Yeah,
it's 25 and under need not apply.
The internet, we all want to be anonymous, but then there's a point in our life where we're just old. Like, it doesn't matter. We just sound old. We are old. We're old, and like I can play with my kid online, and I play with people even 10 years younger than me, like in their 20s. But like to play with someone as a minor, and then that minor like wants to hang out with me, one, you could go two ways with it. One, you could be like the big brother, or you could be like the pedophile.
I don't have time for that. Yeah, I don't have time for the big brother and pedophile. I am not. So yeah,
right. But you can only be one of those two.
And eventually, it's going to be where I know me. I'm going to be talking to this person, and they're going to say something. I'll be like, does your mom know you talk like that? Like it's just gonna come out.
Yeah, as parents, we're gonna be like, no, don't talk like that. Like
we don't behave this way, and they're gonna be like, unfriend, FAG. I'm like, ah, I
could have saved that one. I could have saved that one. Oh man.
So there you go. So for Fortnite Apex Legends, I hope you two, this competition creates a way, and I think Blizzard tries, right? I think these three companies need to figure out a way to reward good play as opposed to always punishing bad. I think punishing bad creates an environment where you're just trying to get away with it. Look at Grand Theft Auto's online. That's all they're trying to do is get away with their cheats and their hacks and their bad behavior, right?
Right.
It'd be interesting to, like, why not figure out a way to reward people? Well, that's what we do every day. We pay people who do well. Theoretically, right? We promote them. We're supposedly a meritocracy, right? We do these things to reward good behavior. Maybe we should in our video games. Which again comes to, I don't know, how do I segue into the loot boxes? Do we segue?
Please go for it.
So I feel like we're talking about Fortnite a lot, but we've talked about this. This is something that we've discussed about loot boxes and how this is a problem. We sort of foreshadowed this with the kind of things going on in Europe. How I think was it Belgium? Was it Belgium to sort of classify loot boxes as one of those two countries? And they're going to be upset with us. The one fan we have out there is be like, it's not the same, right? So you're right, it's not. One of your two countries had some sort of problem with loot boxes and said that gambling, right? So the EA loot boxes for their NBA game had to be taken off. The FIFA loot boxes had to be taken off.
Right.
And now we have a lawsuit in California filed by a group of parents who say that their kids did not know what they were buying, were expecting, the legendary weapons and didn't get them. The fact that these companies don't put odds, right, of what items you're getting, there's no odds, so there's a little bit of non-transparency.
That is interesting.
That's the problem.
Every lotto ticket you buy gives you the odds at the bottom.
So it's required by law for gambling. You have to say the odds of winning, even if it's astronomically ridiculous, right? And the loot boxes don't tell you the odds of getting that legendary item versus the purple item, right? There's no, and so there is that. The weird thing is that Fortnite has already moved, right? So they're suing for something they did before. Fortnite already has X-ray boxes. We talked about this last week. And what am I looking at? Is that Sonic?
That's
good afternoon, Sonic. What a surprise, Sonic! Is this classic Sonic with the flesh arms? Is that what I'm looking at?
Yes, he disapproves of our previous
classic. Can you tell us, classic Sonic, how you feel about your upcoming movie release? Is that something you want to talk about? No, nothing to say. That's fair. I wouldn't say anything either. I wouldn't. So these loot boxes, man. So there's a lawsuit coming out in California, and a lawsuit there could. Here's what happens, right? A lawsuit like that happens, and companies react to it, so they're not sued as well. So I feel like all these games that have loot box mechanics might just move ahead, where they're like, oh, right. You know what? We're going to put the odds, or we're just going to get rid of them, or we're going to make them X-ray like Fortnite does.
Well, that's just interesting, right? So
all good news.
Filed this after, they get filed? So this lawsuit was filed after Fortnite has already fixed that.
Yeah.
So they fixed the loot box. So
they fixed it I want to say 3 patches ago. This is February, beginning of February, maybe they fixed it.
Yeah. So for those who don't play the Save the World mode, that's the only one that actually has loot boxes now.
It's the llamas.
The battle royale system has what you get is what you get. They put a new skin up every day. The battle royale, there's loot llamas, and then you bust them open and you get stuff out of them. At one point, they were randomized. They were like, hey, you don't know what you're getting. This is a normal one. And then you hit it, and then the loot llama would sometimes turn silver. And if you hit it again, sometimes it would turn
gold. Now we give the legendary
items, etc. You didn't know what you got. I didn't mind it because half the time they gave me these loot llamas. I hardly ever spent money on them. I would just get them through the currency that you would get in the game. but apparently people were spending money on them, which is fine. I mean,
I spent money. I know I did.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think not only did you spend money, when you bought the game, like
I bought the game, I bought the legendary pass, I bought everything.
You bought everything. You bought the big bundle, which gave you like, I don't know, like 50 loot llamas or something like that. You had them for like weeks that you could just sit there and hit them, open them.
And there was like a patch that gave me more. It's crazy. So
yeah. So at one point you couldn't see what you got, and I could see how that's frustrating for anybody who spent money on them for sure. If you got,
it would also be frustrating for a kid.
Right. So they changed it. To go like 3 or 4 patches ago, they made them X-ray. So now you could literally hover your mouse or whatever over it, and it would like show you.
Well, yeah, on the Xbox, it just shows you. You pick the box.
This is what's inside
only
of this
for
box.
The ones that cost money. So they have holiday llamas and seasonal llamas that don't cost money. You can earn through play. Those don't give you X-ray. Only the.
So the ones that you spend money on would tell you, and then those would be sitting there with a timer. And if you wanted to not get what was there, you would just skip it, wait till tomorrow, and then the next one would come up, and you can buy that one.
Yep.
So it took the fun out of it, I guess. It's like buying a grab bag thing at the store.
It does encourage you to log in more often, though.
That's right. I guess it does, because you want to see what you don't want to see.
Because those V-Bucks are burning a hole in your pocket. You're like, I got to spend them. Yeah. I mean, log in every couple hours and see what they have available. But anyway, there's lawsuits going on. I don't. They got billions of dollars. Who cares, right? But I don't think they're going to win, right? Because no one likes letting you should not.
No, their answer is A, they're minors. B, they were.
You should have known that before you give your kid
before you give her money. C, we've already changed the system, so there's nothing to complain about. But
we've already done corrective action, and even then, like, how much money could they have possibly spent? Here's your $500, right? Like, it's just even then, it doesn't matter. Exactly.
Ron, go away.
Take your money. I got Apex Legends to worry about. Get out of
here. Ball up, all in singles, and just throw it in their face.
We'll drop 10,000 V-Bucks on them because it's just virtual currency anyway.
Oh, right. Here's currency that you already had. Go spend more money in our store.
Spend more money on your stuff.
That's awesome.
Like 901, so it's like exactly one that just.
Oh God! And then they still have to put another $20 on it. And they're like, yes, just exact amount. I know that's totally me.
We know all the evils of the internet. We're seasoned internet veterans.
Well, I mean, Apex did that, right? Didn't they do that? We talked about it last week with the method of payment.
Have they fixed their?
I don't know. I haven't played it enough to know what the story. I just don't want to spend any money on these games yet. I just don't. I spend money on skins on Fortnite because they have cool dances, and that's it.
Part of the problem.
I am
part of the problem,
but I'm old.
It's true.
I'm not spending my lunch money.
And you got a little bit of disposable income, right? That's what it's all about.
Maybe. All right. Yeah, so we'll keep following these two Goliaths of gaming because, like we've said before, the trend is these two things are these. I feel like they're these giant spinning.
For multiplayer, man. For multiplayer, I feel like they're the ones that are impacting the business model. They impact the big companies. Everyone's watching.
Oh,
something
we forgot to talk about in our show notes, and we got to mention it now since we're on this subject. We talked about it last week, actually, and the rumor was a couple days afterwards. We heard the rumor that Gearbox will be at PAX East.
That's right, PAX East with Borderlands 3, perhaps.
Probably more than likely 90% be announcing Borderlands 3 at PAX East. They have
bonkers.
They have a panel early in the morning on day one.
Is it Thursday? Ooh,
which is why
we gotta go. They might have a pin. We gotta go.
Yeah, we'll be there.
First thing. Oh God.
So that's the first thing. So I don't even care about the pin at the whatever. We're gonna get in line. We're gonna go immediately and go stand in line for the Gearbox.
That said, so PAX East, for folks that don't know, is March 28th to the 31st, 27th.
Yeah, 27th to the 31st. Yeah.
31st or 1st. We're gonna be there. I'll probably be tweeting it as I can. Maybe probably Facebook, some sort of combination of the two. Knowing Joe, he'll be Instagramming it. So just watch us, right? Because we're going to really, that's like when chatter jumps up, right? Like the Video Game Awards, I talk a lot more on that. So we'll be putting all sorts of invites.
But that's the big one. I feel like that's the game I've been waiting for the past 6 years. I know you have. And Borderlands is one of my favorites. It's one of those games that really push the boundaries of.
The hard part is going to be like they're going to announce it, and it's still going to be like a year and a half before it drops.
Sure. Or they've been working on it for so long that they're going to be
just drop Apex. No, not Apex Legends. What did they just drop? Didn't they drop another game?
Gearbox hasn't dropped anything since Battleborn.
Ooh.
And they've been working on this since before Battleborn. As a matter of fact, I went back to look at the Borderlands 3 tech demo that they had at the NVIDIA at GDC, and that was 3 years ago.
Holy shit, has it been that long?
Yeah, it's been like 2-3 years ago. So like 2016, end of 2016, early 2017, they were at GDC. They were talking about the Unreal Engine 4 and technology, and they said that this is the tech demo is showing the engine of our future Borderlands game. So right then and there, they were like, we are working on Borderlands. Definitively.
Interesting.
So, and then at that point, they showed all this like tech and like this is an asset this is a final asset of this game, but they never showed nothing specific. They're like, here's a truck, here is a couple textures, and here's like a random guy with a gun, and that's it.
Everyone's like, "Oh God, please give me more."
But of course, that particular tech demo was just showing like the tech of the engine. Like,
I got it.
Here's the lighting, and here's like the cool effects that we can do. So
I look forward to them dropping the news, and then some like egghead bringing out like the old pics and being like, "Oh, these trucks look different. What's going on, Gearbox?"
Yeah.
What have you done with your technology? Puddles.
No, sure. No, absolutely. They're going to be talking about all that.
No, I'm excited. This is going to be good. That really hyped up my Thursday morning for PAX East.
And you know, if you guys are unaware, they're big friends of PAX East. PAX East was the first big trade show Borderlands 2 was out. They had the big statue there.
It's pretty sweet.
They have
a demo
before where they have first like 50 people in line. They gave the big
loot box chest, right?
Loot box chest to people, and so they've given stuff away at this. So it's exciting, and if you are a Borderlands fan and you're going to get packed, it's going to be packed. So this is one of those things where we wake up like at 8 o'clock in the morning and stand.
Might have to get on the lobby line, like noobs. Yeah. PAX East noobs.
No, well, either that or get into the main line so that you can get in, because those lines are in the building. So it's going to be probably the main stage, so it'll be upstairs.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So you have to get in.
PAX New. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. All right, cool.
So yeah, I completely forgot about that, but I was like, oh my god, yeah. And that was like one of those news that they're like, by the way, we're going to be there, and more than likely it'll be Borderlands 3.
Mm-hmm. That's exciting.
I can't imagine them announcing anything else. What if they're like Peggle?
Peggle 3, Battle Royale, Peggle.
Yeah, they don't even make Peggle. Somehow or another, they got the license for it just because.
Actually, a Battle Royale Peggle would not be unappreciated.
Oh, God. So, yes, we talked about it last week. Battle Royale Tetris is phenomenal.
I was jealous.
So
I still think about those videos I've watched. I'm like,
so good. So, yeah, I mean, you're right. Battle Royale Peggle would be awesome. Oh, man. What have we become?
And it'd be fast, too, because it's like low graphics, fast matches. You're like in and out real quick. Yeah. Probably load times would be quick. Like it just that feels like the right. That feels good.
Yeah, but Peggle's interesting because without going too far into it, the idea of Peggle is you shoot that ball right, and the ball kind of rolls, so it rolls around. So you're like at the mercy of this like
physics engine.
But then at the same time, you can shoot more than one, so you're like wasting them all and like seeing if you can like fill in like Peggle. I don't know.
You're pondering. You're like, how would this work for a Battle Royale Peggle? I have to go back and play Peggle again. Maybe I'm getting it confused with some other game.
But it's the drop the ball, like it's the back and forth. It's like the little.
It's Plinko, right?
It's a Plinko. You drop the ball, and then there's certain colored tiles that you're trying to hit to light up, and they go away.
It's got to be a competitive way to do it, right? You're dropping.
Oh, yeah.
You unlight other people's screens. You could do it. There's a way to do it.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Everything can be Battle Royale.
Everything can Battle Royale.
Everything can be Battle Royale. Anyway.
So, what games have you been playing? You said you've been playing
State of Decay 2. Great. I mean, I know I'm coming into it late.
Microsoft Game Pass. Microsoft, sponsor us.
That's brought to you by the Microsoft Game Pass, which I appreciate. My brother picked it up, and we've been playing it. It's fun. Like, it's got just the right amount of tension, just the right amount of grind. At one point, my other brother Jay came on, and it's myself and Jay, and we essentially parked our trucks and just looted a whole town area while avoiding zombies, warning each other. It was fun. I mean, it's not. It's a good beer and pretzels game to enjoy. Like, we weren't really strategizing; we were just looting a whole town, which is living the Walking Dead dream, I think, is what it's all about.
That's fun. That's fun.
Yeah.
I never got to play State of Decay 1.
I really liked it. It was a really really difficult survival game. I mean, it was a role playing game and all that stuff. It had really neat mechanics that I hope they had further developed. I got to play the solo game more often and see how my base develops, but I don't know that they moved the ball that much. They focused so much on multiplayer. But it was good. It's good. I enjoyed it. If you like that kind of base building, resource management, run out and kill some zombies to get food to feed your people before they get upset kind of game, that's what this is.
Is it a shared base?
No.
So you start the base up every time you start the game?
No. So you have your base and you have your vault, right, where you're storing things. So if I was to join your game, everything I pick up in your game, I can put in my vault.
Okay.
Right? But it does not take from your loot. So, if I appear in your game, essentially where there would have been 3 loot boxes, now there's 6.
Okay.
And they're color-coded. So you've got 3 and I've got 3.
And I can't pick up yours.
Exactly. But I could drop the stuff I get in mine and give it to you. So there's a little bit of, incentive to play multiplayer because that could quadruple what you're looking for, right? You can get a lot more loot showing up. And it's great, if you're out of fuel, you could be yo, I'm going to hit a gas station. You want to join me? And you might potentially double the amount of fuel you get, right? So there's sort of a neat aspect there. And then once I'm back in my game, I can build my base up. I can, put seeds in the garden and all that stuff. And everything's on timers. So you'll be build your garden, 15-minute timer, and then you can go do things. And when you come back after the 15 minutes, your garden's done, right? Things like that. So it's got
a little bit of what is it? Harvest Moon /
yeah, a little bit of Harvest Moon, a little bit of real time weirdness. I know in the first one there was when it first launched, your timer would run while you were asleep and not even playing the game. So it would use the game it was an Animal Crossing style, except you come back and if you hadn't played in 3 days, everybody's starving and dying, right? So of course players were this is stupid, and especially a player like me that's how am I so I can't. You either have to slow down time when it's off or.
Animal Crossing has you could turn on certain decrees. I forgot what they were called, but they were a beautiful town one was one where all of a sudden all your flowers in town stayed alive because forever. So it didn't matter. So you didn't have to water all your flowers.
I sometimes I think about the amount of cleaning I did in Animal Crossing, and I'm just oh God, I wish I hadn't spent that much time playing it. Anyway, it's good. What are you playing?
Sorry, something got put up in our chat in our you might want to look.
Where are YouTube's Facebook?
No, in our Discord. You might want to look at that.
Oh no, someone's canceling. Murder was the case that they gave them.
We for anyone who knows us, we have this wonderful relationship of certain people coming in and out of our PAX circle, and we're always trying to get the perfect group. But that's the face. That's the face I was waiting for. You want to call him out on the show since we got it?
Oh, come on! So, for everyone out there, honestly,
let's talk about this as old folk because we're old. We're old, and we have to talk about the fact that we never get a chance to see some of our friends because we live apart.
So you've got a community of friends. I live in Syracuse. You live in Texas or Houston. And, I've got friends in Boston. I have friends in Boston, and I moved to Philly. My brothers are in the city, New York City. I got, there's people everywhere. And once a year, we all gather in Boston for PAX East. And it is an anxiety-fueled ride to get everyone there. To get all of these
We have you two,
fucking
like,
assholes. I'm sorry, language. I know.
You and me both have become very zen about this, and the fact that you and I both know that we, us two, will always go.
We'll always go.
We'll always go.
But getting them to commit, and then like getting them to accept, like there's like this weird, like they go through all the stages and be like, yeah, I'm going. No, I can't go. Yeah, I'm going. Oh, here's the money. Oh no, wait, I don't have the money yet. Like it's just, and like. Every time I complain about it, I know that if we didn't plan it as hardcore as we did, like if we weren't like, hey, tickets are going up now, we got to get the hotel room. If we didn't do all that stuff, they wouldn't be there. They wouldn't show up. Be there. They would not have
tickets went up?
Yeah, no, they would not have a 4-day vacation. This guy needs to quit his job. I don't understand his packs.
He's out. He's out. You're dead to me. You're dead to me, astronaut.
Oh, dude, I don't. Oh, God. Oh, I feel so bad. And I totally get it because, like, this is. Jay pulled this last year, right? He said he had no vacation days, so they showed up at, like, Friday at midnight.
Right.
Happened.
Right.
This is what he could do. Just come in after work on Friday. He doesn't work on weekends.
We'll work it out.
This is solvable.
We'll work it. I know this is.
I'll be like, what? You don't have no sick days?
This is something that we got to talk about as adults, as people of our age. It's hard to kind of get the group together, get the boys together, get the gaming group together.
I get it. You pay friend capital. You got spouse or mate capital. You got partner capital. You got kid capital. You're paying like I mean, leaving for 4 days, 5 days and 4 nights or whatever it is a long time.
Right.
You gotta put aside the money. It's cheap though. One of the best deals out there, right, for the vacation. But it's a long time, and I get it.
At least for us, I mean, when you think about it, like Disneyland or whatever is a couple grand.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I mean, it's not like I'm going to be able to go to Star Wars Disney World without the kid, right? I have to bring the kid.
You have to bring the kid, and
wait, do I have to bring the kid? Can it just be me?
I would call you. Well, I won't complain there. Let's do it. It's for the show. It's for research.
It's research.
Guys, our Patreon will be open for this.
Riding the Millennium Falcon without our kids, 2020.
Yeah. the Joe and Cautious send us to Star Wars so we can
Star Wars without our kids.
Patreon. Go ahead and donate, guys.
So we've figured out that the only way we're going to be able to go to Star Wars is without our kids, and the only way we're going to be able to do that is if someone else pays. Can you just give us money to go? We'll send you bad pictures. We'll pose. Whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
We'll get kicked out. It's fine.
Yeah. You want us kicked out? We'll do it.
Might take off my pants in the Millennium Falcon.
Oh God! Just gonna just start.
Han Solo's letting the seats are nice.
You're just what is it? Grundle rubbing. You're just like.
Drive. Oh yeah, you want me to hit you? You want me to hit you? That's.
Oh my God.
Where's the lie? Where's the lie?
Where's the lie? Yeah, if you guys didn't read that news story, we posted it up earlier. They've got pictures and stuff of the Star Wars World Tour, whatever they're calling it. What is it called? Star Wars Land World. Whatever.
I don't know.
The
Star
whole
Wars
section,
theme park.
Yeah, theme park. That's just pretty much everything we've ever wanted. I mean, just like rub your nipples. Amazing.
A full 1-to-1 scale X-wing. I mean, just thinking about it rekindles my love of Star Wars. That's how successful this idea is, right? Like I love Star Wars. I love it, but there's been a little bit of tension between.
I love Star Wars. I don't care. I am everything.
I know you are a super fan. You super fan, super duper duper fan. This guy ruined my Monday night. I'm gonna murder him. I don't get it. Anyway, and not to be distracted any further. I wanted to talk about one thing, but we'll talk about it next week, right? We'll do the little. How much time do we have? Can we squeeze it in?
Squeeze it in. Go for it.
So here's the deal. So let's talk about being savvy internet dads for a minute.
Yeah, we gotta address this as a big elephant in the room because this is kind of one of those things that kind of hit the news in the past few days, or it's been around since like August of last year. But
it's the dumbest thing ever.
It's old. It's an old thing. So I'm sure you guys heard if you're internet savvy, you heard about the I'm gonna refer to it as what I feel the dumb Momo challenge.
Yeah,
it's
entirely made up hoaxy hoax.
Momo
Mayo challenge. We won't get into the details of it, but I find it interesting how much it's like propagated. Like it's curious to me how like.
So let me tell you, I forgot to tell you before the show, we got an email from our school district about it.
Really?
The principal of our school district and the principal of the school of my kiddo sent out an email warning about it, and the wife. Every fiber of her being stopped her from sending her an email and going, "Come on,
come on!"
Yeah, yeah. I get it.
Yeah, you know what? My school didn't send one, but my school's kind of crunchy granola, and we're not allowed to put our kids on the internet, so that's. There's not even computers in that school. I think the ladies there just sort of run the place without even. They lock it. Wi-Fi password. There is no Wi-Fi here.
There is no Wi-Fi.
That gets into the kids' brains, messes them up.
Yeah.
So this Momo thing. Let's not talk about how it works or what it is.
Everyone watching this show knows about the Mo challenge.
It's stupid. It's ridiculous, and really, my partner said it best when she said, "This is really about the fears of being a parent and not understanding what your kids are doing on the internet. It's about anxiety of us not being able to watch our kids every minute on the internet, right? So it's literally like stranger danger. It's the sort of feeling of like I let my kid outside and what's going to happen to them. It's that manifestation, except now it's stupid Momo. That all said, there is a lesson to be learned here, in my opinion, right? So like I just, I feel like I preached a lot this episode, but R was on a play date yesterday. And I guess, so I don't know if you've done any play dates, Joe, but like basically it's just these two kids babysit each other so that the parents don't have to do anything, right? It's just like, go play, go do whatever you want. So they started watching TV or doing videos. I don't know what they wound up doing, but they wound up watching some objectionable material. I don't know if you've heard of the game is called Granny. Have you heard of this game? It's like a survival horror game. It's like Five Nights with Freddy. You've heard of that one?
Our kiddo, we don't let him play that. The one that we are letting him play is Hello Neighbor.
Oh, I don't know that one. Yeah, I don't know these games, right? Because I don't even track them, right? But Granny's like I watched a couple of actual play videos. It's like survival horror, really scary because it's got like a scary looking grandma with a bat that beats the people to death, right? So like,
wow,
you're trying to survive 5 days in the house so you can escape, and this grandma comes after you. You make noise and you get murdered. It also changes form, so it becomes spiders. It's like a Resident Evil, but it's like super polygony and looks like crap. Whoa. Look at the videos. It's really a trashy game. But R had the opportunity to watch it with this kid, another 5-year-old, right? So they're both 5 or 6 years old. And she comes back from the play date, and she's
terrified.
I think she's not terrified so much as I think she was trying to process it. Like, it's interesting. She's trying to figure out why this video's made her uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And thankfully, she told us about it, right? So this is good. That means we've got the level of communication.
Yeah,
and then we were very encouraging for being like, tell us about it. Always tell us about it. Whenever anything makes you feel uncomfortable, tell us about it. My challenge now is I didn't realize I'd have to start so early with a 5-year-old, providing her with the tools to both stay away from those dark corners of the internet unless she wants to go, right?
Right.
And also the tools to say, you know what, guys, I don't want
to play both sides. We can't restrict them from it completely because that makes them just want to go to it more.
Right.
And then as long as you give them the tools to go, hey, if you're uncomfortable with it,
close it. Walk away from it. Do whatever you want to do.
You don't have.
And also, I was talking to the other kid's mother about it, right? And I understand, right? She's got 2 older boys,
right?
Those kind of videos are going to appear in your household no matter what you do. I know as the older brother, I introduced my younger brother to some horrible stuff, right? Like that's just what you do as the older brother. You're terrible. That said, I was just like, hey, I don't know how to approach this. I know when I grew up, right? I grew up with the internet at sort of a steady pace. Like you sort of learn as you go that there are dark corners, and you learn your limits as to what dark corners you're going to walk into.
Right.
My kid doesn't know that. My kid's just going to keep clicking links until she's uncomfortable. She doesn't see the warning signs of things getting worse and worse as she goes deeper and deeper into YouTube.
Yeah, well, she's 5.
She's 5, and I don't know. I struggle with how would I train her. I guess we're going to have to start looking at the internet together. Where I'm going to have to be like, okay, let's click on this link. Let's click on that link. Where do you want to go next? Oh, you know what? Look at that link. Does that look safe to you? We have to talk about these things together, so that she can sort of gain a toolbox.
So you and I kind of do things a little different, and it's interesting because again, you have one little girl,
Mm-hmm.
and I've got 2 boys, and I've got one that's older than the other. My little boy is the same age as your little girl. But also the difference here is that I've realized is she has access to the entire internet, which is kind of something that's I haven't had. My kiddos don't even know what a browser is. They don't.
Oh no.
Yeah, they don't have that access to the internet. Their version of the internet is like YouTube. If they had it at some point in time, that's been removed. Videos through like Amazon Prime, which is funny because you think these services are just inclusive, but then some of these web shows that are on YouTube have made it onto these services. So, like whatever popular YouTuber or whatever all of a sudden has like a contract with Amazon Prime. And so like their episodes get put up on there.
Oh, they're on Amazon, right? Yeah.
Let's Plays on Amazon. So I have to kind of monitor those. And Amazon is a lot more free about that kind of stuff than Netflix because Amazon is trying to fill that content. And so they figure free content is the easy way to put it on there. But yeah, that's interesting to me that so my kiddos don't know the internet, so they don't browse or go.
She does the PBS games.
Yeah.
Whenever she plays games on the computer, because I want her to learn how to use the mouse and keyboard, and
yeah, I haven't done that yet.
I take her right to PBS games, and she just plays. And I mean, like, it's in my office, so right here where I'm filming, she'll play. I mean, I'm standing right there, or I'm in the kitchen, which is only 5 feet away. Like, I'll come back in. And she's learned, like, if she hits the back button by accident or she hits, she goes off the screen, she's learned to immediately scream for me, right? She's like, Daddy, I don't know how to get back. So I'm trying to teach her how to be comfortable in asking me for help anytime she winds up in a bad place on the web, right? Right now, I personally think all of her internet access should be strictly monitored. But right. I don't want to put, like, nanny settings on there. I mean, you almost have to get burned to learn, right? So I just feel like as long as she understands that she's safe with me or, her mother or any of the adults in the room, we can sort of do that. That all said, there's no YouTube in my house unless she does it with me, right? Where we just know that the algorithm is unforgiving and does not care about your kid.
Does not care about your kid.
Does not care about your kid.
Even if you have the YouTube, like, kids app, it's even worse there.
So the interesting thing is I was talking to this mother, and she was like, I just wish, like, YouTube had YouTube for kids. And, like, in my head, I'm like, lady, they do. Like, you need to learn these things. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, they do. But I'm going to be honest with you, like, even then, 5 or 6 clicks in, the content can't be trusted. Like, it's just, like, you can label anything as kids as long as it's kind of kiddish. And then you have the sort of Peppa Pig incidents where people are splicing entire things. The Momo incidents where they're splicing in Momo images now just to be trolls, right? So, I mean, I don't know. I struggle with this, and I've talked to other fathers. I talked to you about it, right? Like, how do you approach this? What are you doing with your kid? Because you can't stop a 5-year-old from being on the web. You can't control when they go over to someone else's house and they play on their iPad, right? Yeah. So the best I can do is give tools. Provide tools for that, and it's a struggle, and it's especially, like, terrifying with a girl. No offense to all the MRA activists that are going to send me hate mail, but it's true. It's different on the web for women.
Yeah, no, it really is. Again, my kiddos, a 9-year-old and a 5-year-old, and so the 9-year-old is into more.
Your 9-year-old's going to mess up that 5-year-old's life. That's
but not right. So, like, what's funny about that is you would think my 9-year-old would be into more, stronger stuff, but I think we've talked about it before. Like, my 5-year-old will sit there and, like, I want to watch Ghostbusters, and he'll, like, put it on, and my 9-year-old still runs out of the room on certain scenes, and I'm like, but my 5-year-old's like.
Nom, 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 nom.
Yeah, my 5-year-old's the one like, Daddy, can we play House of the Dead? And I'm like, okay.
Am I raising a serial killer?
Yeah.
He's shooting the zombies, not the.
But counters that, my 9-year-old was really into this game. It's a game by Tiny Build. They've been at PAX before and whatnot. It's called Hello Neighbor, and it is I guess a it is a horror. What do they call it? It's a what's the genre on it? It's stealth horror is what they call it. It's a stealth horror game, and it's developed by Dynamic Pixels and published by Tiny Build. And the whole purpose of it is you're a neighbor. Your neighbor is this like guy, and you notice like some suspicious activity from him. And the whole point of the game is to sneak into the guy's basement to figure out uncover his secret.
Oh my god, what movie was that? Wasn't that like a movie with vampires next door? It's like it's like a classic.
It's like the Burbs, or it's like the Burbs.
It's like the Burbs.
Or the what is it?
The Freaky Friday? Not Freaky Friday.
Like the Neighborhood Watch, the Watch kind of thing, or that kind of scenario where it's like aliens or whatever. So there obviously is some like creepiness to it, and that when you get caught, you don't get killed. What ends up happening is all of a sudden you just wake up and you're in your room again. But like you're sneaking around, the neighbor will come at you with a shovel, and then boom, you wake up, and then you're
Granny. Granny's the same way, except it's like darker. If you take a look at Granny, and also just really wretched graphics. But it's an embarrassing game. Like I'm upset. I'm like partially upset that she even thought. Like,
it's a whole genre right now. The Five Nights at Freddy's had 3-4 games, like offshoot, Second Sight, whatever they call it, and
it's weird because there's like a total like.
But kids like that feeling because they all want to like run from like a villain, but like the villain, as long as the villain isn't so graphic that it's like gory, it's passable.
Yeah, so Granny's gory, right? That's my problem with Granny. Yeah. It's a gory one, right? While like this one might be a little bit safer, and scary jumps are fine. I think even then, like a 5-year-old shouldn't be playing them.
No,
they should be. Or if they are playing them, they're playing with the parent who can kind of guide them through it.
Right.
But we're playing Lego Trilogy together. That's what we're playing together, and I'm loving it. The Xbox Game Pass gave it to me, I think. I don't know where I got it, but I have it, so I've been playing that one with her.
Yeah, so we're gonna keep touching base on this particular genre and all that because we've got kids and we kind of have to deal with this. But
there's a whole like fauna and flora that had built around. So this game comes out, and then people film themselves being scared by it, and then people filming themselves being like it just becomes this whole thing. And then they release a second one, so you got to be the first one to have a film of you being scared by Freddy or finding all the deaths from Freddy or Granny or whatever.
Right.
So
right.
And all of those are on YouTube for any 5-year-old to find.
So was she afraid? Was she able to?
She had nightmares. She's had nightmares for Sunday night, and she had nightmares. And she kind of, I don't know if she was acting it out because she likes the attention. But she definitely was like, I'm scared, be quiet, because one of the things is the Granny's blind, so she only tracks you on sound. She definitely was scared. It definitely impacted her, and I think it's bad, but I also think it's good that she was able to vocalize it to us right away. She was like, I watched a video that I didn't really like. So now we have to tell her, okay, yeah, that's going to happen on the internet. Let me help you figure out how to navigate it, and also, and I was trying to tell her, like, next time someone's putting a video in front of you that you don't want to watch, it's okay for you to say, let's do something else. Like, it really is like, don't say no, just say, I'd rather do this. I'm going to go do this, right? Just chill and walk away from it.
That's good action.
I'm trying. It's hard. I don't know what else to do.
I can't.
But especially with a 5-year-old, right? They want to make friends. They want to be, that's what the schools teach them, right? Be with your friends, figure out a way to play together and things like that. So
no, kids are good, right? But then when kids do something that isn't good or something that you're uncomfortable with, it's hard to say no, because then even us as grown kids,
because the other kid's not uncomfortable, right? Yeah.
So what's wrong?
But I know there are a lot of places and links I won't click. Like half the links you send me, I'm like,
me? Come on. I'm better than that.
Slander,
libel. You're gonna get such good links from now on. Oh. I'm gonna mask them. Nothing but Rick rolls.
It's gonna be Sonic links.
all Sonic links.
Sonic and Waluigi fan fiction. Maybe we should get on that right now.
Oh, it's already there. You're gonna get one right after the show.
Of course.
Right after the show, you're gonna get one.
Good times. I can't wait to talk about it. Are you giving Astronaut Go a hard time?
No, I'm not. I haven't said anything yet. For sure.
I'll figure him out. I think we can get him to do it.
Yeah. Guys, I think that's it for this week. We're right at time. Love us, like us. I will be hopefully before the end of this week. I will be streaming.
Awesome.
I'll be running through one of the games that I talked about from PAX South. I've got a copy of Ape Out.
Yes. Can't
So
wait to see it.
I'll be running through that. Hopefully, maybe tomorrow, maybe Tuesday. No, you guys won't see this. So maybe Thursday, give or take, day after this show airs out. So yeah, we'll get something going. There's gonna be some more streaming going on. I've got my setup ready to go. So
Awesome. Just in time for episode 20. So what is that? 19 in the books?
Yeah, 19 in the books. Yeah,
Thanks
yeah.
for listening. Like us, love us, hate us, send us hate mail, post on the YouTubes.
Yeah, absolutely. Share again. Music heretofore.
Heretofore. Yep. I think they're cool people. They've got the good song in the front, and it's heretofore, all one word. I think is what we need to
HERTOFORE.
Yeah, you got it. And he's actually another gamer, so he plays board games with me all the time. So
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Guys, thank you very much. Episode 19 in the can. Have a good one,
Thank you.
guys.